his sick bed. Because he did not have a will, he called his sister and he told his sister every property that he has in his name, in every bank that he ever opened in Nigeria. Now, immediately after he died, the following month, because he didn't have a will, the sister went to get what we call letter of administration from the High Court in Kaduna. So she got the letter of administration, as you can see on the screen. Be it known that on the 20th day of May 2019, letter of administration of the personal property of Idongesit Edet Awa, late of Chikania, Kaduna, deceased, who died on the 17th day of April 2019 at St. Gerard's Hospital, Interstate, and who had at the time Kaduna of his death his fixed place of abode at Kaduna within the jurisdiction of this court were granted by this court to Basi Edet Awa of VIO Street, Mando, Kaduna. So with this, she'll be able to claim all his property. That includes the money he has in all those bank accounts. Now, because he has told this lady the whole money he has in the accounts, they advised the lady that she should write to CBN to cross-check the story. Ask CBN that CBN should tell them the bank that the man has through his BVN. So they wrote to CBN. CBN then responded to them with this letter on the screen. As you can see, request for identification of all accounts with commercial bank in the name of late Idongesit Edet Awa with BVN number of 22 and the BVN number. Your letter dated 24th of June 2019 on the above subject refers. So CBN now told her the whole bank that the brother was using, which includes GT Bank, Diamond Bank, Keystone Bank, and Diamond Bank Access, which now correlates with what the brother told her. Now I'll tell you the amount that the brother told her is in each of the accounts. The brother told her that the GT Bank account had 10 million. The brother then told her that the Diamond Bank account had 2.9 million and the Keystone Bank account had 3 million, and the last Diamond Bank account, which he does not touch, he only puts money inside, he does not use it, that one has over 500 million naira. So when CBN gave her the list of the bank, that the list of the accounts the man has, she then said, okay, fine, let me start with GT Bank. She took this letter of administration and went straight to GT Bank and said, my brother has an account with you people, and the money in the account is 10 million. She showed them the letter of administration, and GT Bank said, yes, there's 10 million naira in this account. GT Bank then carried the money and gave her the 10 million. Easy. She went straight to Keystone Bank account and said, my brother has the sum of 3 million naira in your account. Then Keystone Bank account said, yes, he has 3 million. Take the 3 million. They gave her the 3 million. She now went to Access Bank, Diamond Bank, and said, my brother said he has 2.9 million in this particular branch. 2.9 million naira. They said, no, he doesn't have any money in this account. This is where the whole problem started. Then she told them that, no, he told me about GT Bank, it's correct. He told me about Keystone Bank, it's correct. Diamond Bank cannot be wrong. That was how Wahala started. They kept on telling her to go and come, go and come, go and come. At some point, the woman got frustrated and jacked the bank manager, which is also a woman, and started dragging her to the point that they almost naked themselves in the bank. That was when the bank manager now admitted that, yes, there is 2.9 million in the accounts. Take the 2.9 million. Immediately, they started processing for cash. While they were counting the money, the bank manager now told her that, but you can open an account with our bank. She now said, if you want me to open an account with you, you can say that. Why did you lie that my brother does not have this money in this account? And after how many weeks of going and coming, you frustrate me to this point, and now you're telling me to open an account? She said, no, they counted cash of 2.9 million and they put it inside her boot. She then drove off. So it's now remaining the account that has 500 million naira. This is where the whole Wahala started. She went to the bank and told them, my brother has over 500 million naira in this account. They said no, that doesn't have anything in the account. They started dragging. When they started dragging, they brought out BVN. They said, this is the BVN, please can you cross check? Then they now said, initially she gave them the account number. They said there was no name and no account like that. So when they brought BVN, they saw the account that was in the BVN. Then I said, oh, yes, there's an account. Access Bank now admitted that there was an account. Then she said, okay, so how much is in the account? They said there's no money in the account. Then she requested for the bank statement. This was on the 30th of December 2019. Access Bank now brought a bank statement of 1 naira 68 kobo. When they brought it, the woman was not satisfied, because if GT Bank was correct, Keystone Bank was correct, Access Bank initially, according to her, they lied that there was no 2.9 million. Then eventually, after more dragging, to the point that she dragged the manager's shirt, they now accepted. That means she said, it means this 500 million they don't want to give me. She now got a lawyer. The lawyer now wrote.
I believe you've seen that video. Now, VDM is a sub-acclaimed personality that is renowned for, or rather, let me say, VDM is a self-acclaimed activist. He's renowned for giving voice to the voiceless. Now, having seen this video from the beginning to the end, I think it would be safe to presume that it is the woman in question now, the deceased sister, that reached out to VDM on this issue. So, why not leaving the crux of the matter, which is the 500 million, already said, to be in possession of Access Bank? I would implore VDM to make this an holistic fight, make it a full, like an holistic thing. Why? Because I think it will not be safe to fight this, and perhaps maybe the money is in the possession of Access Bank, or it was a mistake, or whatever it is, or resolving this issue without involving those that should rightly be there. And who are these people? I realized that from the beginning of the video to the end, there is no make mention of the man's wife or the man's children. Is it that the man does not have any wife or does not have any children? Or this woman, this sister-in-law, or this sister in question is the kind of, are those set of people that they bulldoze, they dominate the late brother's life and family, such that the woman of theirs do not have any say. Even the children do not have any say, because it it does not cease to my mind that just, it's not even up to a year that this man died. You've already collected letter of administration. Out of 4 accounts, you've seen to the end of 3, remaining just 1. Then what could have been going on? Only God knows what's happening on with the tangible asset of this man, with every other thing like properties that this man has around the world. Only God knows what's going on there. And besides, I don't know how letter of administration is being done in Kaduna State. I know that in some parts of the West, letter of administration is not being issued to just one person. It has to be, I think, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Just one person cannot just come and say, okay, this is letter of administration. So now, if this woman is parading a letter of administration all around the town, and she's the only one with the letter of administration, does that mean that it is to the man's property is to the enjoyment or sole enjoyment of herself and her desire, to the exclusion of others? So how will we say that? I will implore them that in fighting this battle, please, I think it's not augur way to realize after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years that you fought that this particular sum of money should be released, or accountability should be brought to this account, only for you to realize that somebody that is not even supposed to be a part of this thing was one that enjoyed it, while leaving the wife and the children out of it, who are even much more voiceless than even this so-called voiceless person you are trying to raise a voice for. So I believe that in sorting this thing out and coming to an amicable settlement, first of all, BDM, you need to go to the crux of the matter. You need to get to the foundation of this issue. You need to do your own personal investigation. Bring forth your investigators. Let them investigate this man when he was alive. Let them investigate his family life. Where are his wives? Where are his children? What's happened to them? Doesn't he have any independence? Was it only the sister that is in his that is in his life? What is happening with his estate? What is happening with his other properties? How is this so-called administrator? How has he been administering the late brother's estate thus far? So I believe that in settling these things, you'll be able to come to a roundtable discussion. First of all, which I believe. So in the course of editing this video, I realized. So in the course of editing this video, I realized that a particular aspect cut off. I don't really know why. I don't understand how. How come that place didn't record? So that was the point, and I realized that there is a need to input that aspect for more clarity, so that audience viewers can understand what I'm trying to say. So then the point that cut away is the side in which I saw um by the privilege of what I do, I've seen a whole lot of people come around to claim properties of a deceased, to claim to be an administrator, as in trying to apply to be an administrator of a deceased. Meanwhile, they are not even the right people. They shouldn't even be the one to do it. They just maneuver their ways. They try to manipulate their ways into getting those things. And I did mention of a recent one that even happened, that this woman came by begging, shouting, crying that her husband's family and friends would not even allow her to mourn her husband in peace. Why? Because they are claiming the property of the shares, the both tangible and intangible assets of the man. This is the man that died in his prime, and was, I think he died just barely, not even up to 3 months then that the man died. And so by the time we're like, oh, we're Africans, for crying out loud. At least when you lose someone, you give it some time before you even start all this running around these properties and the likes. So by the time we start digging into it, we realize that the one that even came asking for help, begging us to help her out, was not even the ideal wife. She was never even a wife to the man. She was just a concubine. She, together with husband's family, this man, the late husband now, the late man even has parents alive. They connived together to send the ideal wife and the 3 children out. So because it was there was this connivance between both of them. When the man died, she was like she would be the one to dictate what the family has, what gets to the husband's younger ones, the late husband now being the firstborn, and the parents. Why the family were like, no, we are the one to dictate what you have. All of this shutting the ideal wife and the 3 children out. And the firstborn of the man self was, I think, 13, maybe going to 13 thereabouts. Such that the car that were even using to convey the children to school are the life during this has been seized by the husband's family, by their father's family, and they will sell it. This is the man that has more than 10 cars. Can you imagine that? So it was when we start digging deep that we realize what actually transpired, and we start asking questions. If not, for somebody that is not into that line, you could have easily eat their rubbish hook, line, and sinker, thinking that you are fighting for justice for them. Meanwhile, shutting the real people that do not have voice out, the real people that are the real dependents, shutting them out. So this woman, bear in mind that this woman already has 3 children for her own ideal husband. She just befriend this man, the late guy, and has a child for her, claim to have a child for him. And she now wants to sit on the property, that she'll be the one to dictate everything. By the time we start digging, we realize that even the late man, all his property are together in his name and his wife's name. Both of them own property together. She never bought anything without including the legal wife's property. So that's just by the way. So what I'm trying to say is that as much as I appreciate VTM raising voice to the voiceless, let us be sure that he is actually raising voice for the right voiceless people, not for just some manipulators, not for just some set of people. I believe he's a very smart guy. He can do his own investigation on his own. He can do his own private investigation as well to get to the root of the matter, so that by the time this 500 million, over 500 million comes out, if truly it is in their possession, It will not be that some scrupulous individual will be the one that would have squandered it, why the ID children are, have nothing to write home about. So please tag VDM in this video. I'm pleading, share this. Let's get to him. Such that you do not have, but it's something that happens a lot. By the virtue of what I do, by the virtue of my work, this is what I do every day. As a matter of fact, even in my jurisdiction, they make it a law that if you are just one person, you cannot come as a singular individual asking that you want to obtain letter of administration. They will not give you, even if you are the only child, they will not give you. They believe that there should be somebody else. So that we don't have people. Why? Because over time we've seen people coming to claim what is not theirs, trying to manipulate things to get things that is not even theirs, that should not even be theirs. But they try to manipulate things, manipulate themselves around it. In my jurisdiction, if you are not up to three people applying for it, they will not give you letter of administration. You should know that laws and rules like this come as a result of over time experiences from people over time. So as much as I will appreciate VDM fighting this cause, please make sure you are fighting for the right people, for the right cause. Thank you. So this woman came forward that family and friends of the late husband would not even allow her to marry her husband and base. And the husband just died. I think that was just barely 3 months. Wearing all these widow clothes and everything. That saying all manners of things. So it was when we now begin to dig into it that okay, this is an anomaly. This thing should not be. But then again, when trying to sort out issues and get to the root of things, you don't just seclude things. You don't seclude issues to deal with. You deal with them holistically. Now we begin to invite different parties. We realize that this so-called woman that even came forth was even the concubine of the man. Was not even the ideal wife. Was not even the legal wife. She was just a concubine. So the man's legal wife and 3 children have even been sent out of the house in conjunction with the family. And this is a man, this is the late this deceased man even has parents too, has father, mother alive. So they connived with this woman to send to take the property of the wife, that's of their late son. So as God will have it, what actually now make this thing to even come to our own table was that the woman was not willing to take it because she has a child for the man. She was not willing to allow the family to have the property. She wants to be the one to dictate what the family will have. Meanwhile, the family are like, this is their own child now. It was their child that it was their son and their brother has the property, so they should be the one to dictate what the woman will have. That was what brought the loggerheads that make them to even bring the issue. And the woman to bring the issue, look, thinking that she's going to get a woman rights advocate to fight for her. So by the time we start digging it, we needed to invite the man's wife and children, only to realize that the man even had a, I think the first child of the man was around, I think 13 or something thereabouts, such that even the car that they were using to convey the children to and fro school during the man's pregnancy of the man's time are still being hijacked by the man's younger brothers that they're going to sell it. So this is just by the way, but apparently the overall is please make this holistic. I don't think you'll be fulfilled seeing that maybe after 5 years or after the lapse of time that you actually fought for the wrong people. Of course, they're trying to create a voice and an awareness for these people, but please do it the right way and do it for the right people and the right cause. So thank you so much. Please tag with him, share this. God bless you.